are the storms that threaten Hoosier homes and Hoosier lives. Now, Storm Team 6 wants to get you and your family ready for severe weather season. We'll introduce you to some Indiana college students trying to get into the path of Mother Nature's fury. Plus, young children and their fear of storms. Just how common is it? And what should you tell your kids to keep them from getting scared? And the myths surrounding tornadoes and your safety.
Get up under the girders! Is that where we want to go? Yes!
We'll expose some common misconceptions to help save your life and tell you what you can do at home right now to help prepare for after the storms. This is Storm Team 6 on your side.
Hello, I'm Storm Team 6 Chief Meteorologist Kevin Gregory. As you know, it's severe weather season once again in Indiana, and we want to make sure your family is safe this year. 25 people died as a result of severe storms in Indiana last year. Over the next 30 minutes, we'll go on your side to make sure you're prepared before storms arrive, including helping you talk to your kids about severe weather and busting some of the myths surrounding tornadoes, including whether you should try to open the windows of your home as a tornado approaches. We start with college students who are storm chasing out west, but what they learn in the Central Plains has a direct impact on Indiana.
We tease that the state tree of Kansas is a telephone pole, so you can see forever. So the best place to learn how to identify storm structures is where you can see it out in the Great Plains.
Everybody in the vehicles, let's move south.
Ball State storm chasers bring more than pictures and video home from storm chasing each summer out west. They return to campus with a commitment to help Hoosiers.
The mission statement is basically to serve the public at the same time providing the students real-time, real-world experience.
Ball State's new meteorology lab will help with that mission. This windowless lab houses all the technology necessary to see outside into the atmosphere.
When the storms are forecasted to occur within maybe the next few days, I start to get excited about it.
Well, the lab starts to come alive maybe 4 or 5 hours before the event. We're very proactive, so the students are all excited about the coming event, so they're there early analyzing, trying to figure out where the storms are going to develop, where they're going to come from, what their character is going to be.
On an average active day, we'll usually have 25 students go out into the field with a few students back here in the lab.
Seeing things out there, you know, in the middle of an open field, you know, seeing what Mother Nature can do, it's absolutely spectacular. It's just unfortunate when they do hit communities and people's lives are affected.
Dr. Arnold uses the classroom, lab, and the great outdoors to motivate and instruct his students. But their love for weather may be genetic.
We tease that students are born with a weather gene that are really into it because they're always watching, you know, television, they're always watching the Weather Channel, always keeping up with things. And when those students see the opportunity to develop that into a profession, I think they jump on it.
March through June is considered tornado season in Indiana. However, the killer tornado in Evansville last November and the tornado in Terre Haute last month are proof they can happen any month of the year and any time of the day. The tornado in Evansville struck at 2 in the morning. Tornadoes pose an obvious threat. 2 other threats are often more subtle, but just as dangerous.
That's right, Kevin. Flooding is the #1 cause of weather-related deaths. Frequently, we underestimate the power of rushing water. Flooding can occur slowly or very quickly, as it did Labor Day in 2003. Over 7 inches of rain, a record amount, fell in just hours in Marion County, flooding roadways and turning creeks into fast-moving rivers. Never try to drive across flooded streets. More than half of flood-related deaths occur when motorists try to drive through floodwaters. Turn around, don't drown is a simple safety slogan that may save your life.
Few thunderstorms are severe, but lightning makes every thunderstorm dangerous. On average, lightning kills more Americans each year than tornadoes. Once you see lightning or hear thunder, it's time to move inside. The National Weather Service says if you see it, flee it. If you hear it, clear it. Don't wait for it to rain before taking action. Lightning can strike 10 miles ahead of a thunderstorm. To tell how far away the lightning is from you, first of all, you see the lightning strike and then you hear the thunder. You count the time from the time you see the lightning to when you hear the thunder, count the seconds, then you divide by 5, and that gives you an estimate of how far away the lightning is in miles.
As a Hoosier, it's critical you know the difference between a watch and a warning. A watch means simply that, watch for changing weather conditions because conditions are favorable for severe weather to develop, usually issued over a long period of time and may cover much of the state of Indiana. A warning means take action. Seek shelter immediately. Severe weather has been reported either by a trained spotter or indicated by radar. And instead of a large area, it's issued county by county.
Starting next year, instead of issuing warnings by county, the National Weather Service is going to issue warnings by polygon. Here's how it works. Instead of issuing a warning for Boone, Hamilton, Marion, and Hendricks counties, a polygon will be issued to the areas most at risk from the severe storm. In this case, Zionsville and Carmel would be under the warning, but notice Indianapolis wouldn't. This way, the warning will be more accurate and will eliminate an area that does not face immediate danger.
During severe weather, early warnings and accurate information are essential. That's why our Storm Team 6 True View is so important. Meteorologist Paul Poteet is in the tracking center to demonstrate.
And Kevin, the most important thing about our True View system is the ability to organize and instantly display information from anywhere in the country. We can track showers and thunderstorms to the west, take a look at snowstorms as they're developing in the plains. We can look at rain that has occurred already and temperature differences that may be happening across the Midwest or across our area. We can look and see how much rain has fallen from one particular set of storms or how much is expected here into central Indiana. We integrate True View with real-time NextRad data, our own live Doppler radar at RTV6. Let's paint you a scenario right there where a thunderstorm perhaps is occurring in the Mooresville area, and we know it's moving to the northeast. Let's say it's moving at about 30 miles an hour. True View instantly gives us a path and a time of arrival for the storm. So if you're watching in Indianapolis or Meridian Hills, Lawrence or Fishers, you have an idea of when that storm could hit you. So no matter where you are this spring and summer, our True View system will be on your side, keeping you ahead of the storms.
Coming up on Storm Team 6, on your side, the myths surrounding tornadoes, plus your kids and their fear of storms. The advice you'll want to hear to keep them from being frightened by severe weather.
Well, throughout our special, we'll be asking you different pop quizzes, just like we do on Good Morning Indiana. And the first question has to do with which type of clouds produce thunderstorms. Is it A, a cirrus cloud, B, a stratus cloud, C, a cumulonimbus cloud, or D, a cumulus cloud? The answer is coming right up. Our pop quiz question had to do with clouds and thunderstorms. What type of clouds produce thunderstorms? Was it a cirrus cloud, a stratus cloud, a cumulonimbus cloud, or a cumulus cloud? They start out as cumulus clouds. As they grow vertically throughout the afternoon on many spring and summer days, they become cumulonimbus clouds, and they become something to watch when it's time for potential severe weather.
Growing up in Indiana, we've all been given advice on how to stay safe during severe weather. But has it been good advice? Tonight, we'll expose 5 tornado myths.
You should open the windows in your house to equalize the pressure during a tornado.
This myth appears to originate from the idea that the dramatic change in air pressure during a tornado would cause a home to explode outward, causing the most damage. In fact, nearly all of the damage to a home comes from violent winds and debris slamming into it. Opening windows can actually lead to more damage in your home because it would allow those powerful winds into your home. The best advice is to forget about the windows and head immediately to a safe place.
Always go to the southwest corner of your home or basement in case of a tornado.
This is a story that's been around for more than a century, and it's untrue, both above the ground and in the basement. The fact is, the worst place in the home to be is that part facing the approaching tornado. And this is often the southwest section. The powerful winds could cause your house to shift from its foundation, allowing it to collapse into the basement. The best place to go is up against one of the walls of the basement and take shelter under a stairwell, a heavy table, or a workbench.
Hills or water can protect your home from tornadoes.
Geography and topography may possibly have some influence on tornadoes, but they provide zero protection from a tornado. Tornadoes often travel over water, including rivers and lakes. You've probably also heard of waterspouts, the tornadoes that form over water. As for hills, most tornadoes travel up and down hillsides and can even strengthen as they dip into valleys.
Tornadoes do not strike large cities.
These may seem true because we always see storm chaser video from the Plains states where very few homes or businesses may be. But there is a simple twister truth. Tornadoes can strike anywhere, anytime. For example, a pair of tornadoes struck the city of Denver in 2004, causing problems at Denver International Airport. Salt Lake City, Utah, in August of 1999, a tornado ripped through downtown during the middle of their lunch hour, killing one person and injuring 100 others. And even Indianapolis, twice in the past 4 years, the South Side tornadoes in 2002 and a tornado that hit on race day 2004. So keep this fact in mind. No place is completely safe from a tornado.
Highway overpasses are a safe place to take shelter from a tornado.
This modern-day myth spread about 15 years ago after this video clip of a Kansas tornado.
Get up under the girders. Is that where we want to go? Yes. Underneath the girders.
That video led people nationwide to mistakenly believe overpasses are safe. The truth is, a highway overpass is an extremely dangerous place to be. You should never try to get to higher ground as a tornado approaches. Plus, parking your car on the highway or interstate blocks traffic and may prevent someone else from reaching safety in a storm. You can find more about tornado truths and myths by logging on to our webpage, theindychannel.com, and look in the weather section.
Coming up on Storm Team 6, on your side, kids and thunderstorms. Is that fear normal? And what you can do to help your child get through it.
We've got another chance to test your meteorology knowledge now. A pop quiz about thunderstorms that have intense rotating updrafts. What are those called? Are they A, supercells, B, air mass thunderstorms, C, downbursts, or D, they're called rare? We've got the answer coming up for you in just a few moments.
Community calendar.
Did you figure it out? Our pop quiz question had to do with thunderstorms that have intense rotating updrafts. Are those called A, supercells, B, air mass thunderstorms, C, downbursts, or D, rare? Unfortunately, they're not rare, and the fact that they do rotate upward and are tilted is the reason they last so long and can be so dangerous. The correct answer is A. Those are supercells. We've got another question still to come.
Let's talk about storms and your children. Severe weather can be scary for all of us, especially children. So what do you say to ease their fears? Crystal Wicker explains.
Lightning is bright, thunder is loud, and wind, hail, and hard rain are all things that make scary noises.
The weather is so scary because, like, if you're outside not knowing that, like, a tornado or a storm is coming, you can get hurt when it comes.
It can kill people and sometimes leave marks that can break bones or leave scars.
Because when there's a storm and maybe you're sleeping, you don't know when it's coming.
I went to Skillen Elementary to talk to these third graders about their fear of weather.
How many of you are afraid of tornadoes? Raise your hand. Yeah, quite a few of you.
But how common is this? I went to child psychiatrist Dr. Kelda Walsh to find out.
It's incredibly common. I think it's a really normal part of childhood to be afraid of storms.
Dr. Walsh says storm fears peak for kids in the 3rd grade.
Younger children may understand that tornadoes are dangerous, but may not understand geography. So if they find out there's a tornado in Oklahoma, they may think it's coming towards them in Indianapolis and not really understand the distance.
Dr. Walsh says you need to reassure your child that everything's going to be okay and discuss the storms that are coming.
If you are a parent that gets very nervous about weather, your child is going to pick up on that, so you need to be calm.
And these kids have some advice as well.
Just sit on the couch or go somewhere and watch the weather.
Watch the news and see when they're coming. I have 2 special things that help me. My little teddy bear and my Elmo blanket, which I've had since I was 3.
And that makes you feel safe? Dr. Walsh suggests that you limit your child's exposure to TV programs that sensationalize destructive weather. Also, books about relaxing and staying calm can help teach your child to keep their mind off their storm fear.
Coming up on Storm Team 6, on your side, getting to safety as a tornado roars toward you. A step-by-step guide that can help save your life.
You've got one more chance to come up with the answer to a pop quiz question, and this has to do with what percentage of thunderstorms generate tornadoes. Of all the thunderstorms that occur, do about 10% generate tornadoes, about 25%, less than 1%, or about 5% generate tornadoes? We'll have the answer for you in just a moment. One more crack at the pop quiz, and it's a question about the percentage of thunderstorms that actually generate tornadoes. A, about 10%, B, about 25%, C, less than 1%, or D, about 5%. Well, of all the thunderstorms that occur all the time around the country and the earth, luckily only about less than 1% generate tornadoes.
We've talked about the power and danger of severe storms. So what should you do if a tornado's been spotted near you?
If you're in a home with a basement, stay away from all windows. Flying glass can be dangerous and deadly. Go to the basement. Get under the stairwell if there's room. If not, get under a sturdy workbench or a table, and be sure to cover yourself with a blanket. If you have it, experts suggest wearing a bicycle helmet. Most injuries occur from flying debris, so protect yourself. If you're in a home without a basement, stay away from all windows. Don't go into the crawl space. Instead, take shelter in an interior closet or bathroom. Bathtubs actually are sturdy shells providing safety. Again, cover yourself with blankets or pillows. If this is a two-story home, go to the first floor. If you don't have a bathroom or an interior closet on the first floor, get under heavy furniture. If you live in an apartment, get on the lowest level in the center of the apartment. Go into a closet, a bathtub, or under a piece of heavy furniture, and again, cover yourself with blankets or pillows. If you live in a mobile home, leave the mobile home immediately. Go to a reinforced building or get into an underground shelter. If there's no shelter near, lie flat in a ditch or ravine, far away from the mobile home. Again, protect yourself from flying debris with a blanket if you have it. If you're in a car or outdoors, pull off the side of the road or highway. Find a reinforced building or shelter. If no shelter is near, lie flat in the lowest place available, like a ditch or a culvert. Again, be sure to cover your head. If you're in an office or store, stay away from doorways and windows. Go to an interior office, hallway, or restroom on the lowest floor, just like these employees and customers at God Be Home Furnishings. And again, be sure to cover your head with your hands. And if you're in a school, most schools have a plan and practice it like this drill at Trinity Lutheran on Indianapolis East Side. It's important to keep kids away from windows and doors. In this school's example, their plan puts students out of harm's way in inner offices and restrooms.
There are also steps you can take right now to get ready for a storm. Paul Petit has the tips.
I'm at the Indianapolis headquarters of the American Red Cross. They want you to have a disaster plan now, not just for weather emergencies, any kind of an emergency where you might need first aid. Don't forget prescriptions that you or your family may be taking. Want to make sure the battery's working on the flashlight there, and food, stuff that's non-perishable, easy to store, canned soup. Don't forget the manual can opener and something to wash it down with. We've got batteries for a radio that you could listen to 87.7 with, and don't forget everyone in the house. You need a place to put all of this, and anything that holds it and is portable is good. A Rubbermaid type tote, or you can contact the American Red Cross. They've got backpacks that are already stuffed.
Thank you for watching our Storm Team 6 On Your Side weather special. As you know, whenever severe weather threatens, we'll be right here in the tracking center using TrueView radar. You can also watch live on RTV6, News Channel 64, and at theindychannel.com. For all of us in Storm Team 6, have a great evening.
RTV6 is proud to offer free DVDs of the Storm Team 6 On Your Side special. To request one for your family, school, or community